Okay.
Do we look like we're having fun?
All right, this episode is about fun. I think a lot of people struggle with just getting into such a routine. And, I know I really wanted to do this segment because all the time at work, us taking pictures and posting them on social media, and we're on Facebook Live a lot, and people are saying, gosh, you guys have so much fun at work.
Yeah.
And I think people think that it's just a fun place to work. But it's not. I mean, when you're talking about mass shootings and awful things every single day,
horrible.
It's not a fun place to work. What we have done we have made a conscious effort to have fun.
Yeah.
Because, and I think people get so stuck in there, we have to act this way and we can't have fun because then we won't be taken seriously. But I don't believe that. I believe you need to have just as much fun at work and have fun with your kids and have fun with your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. I mean, that's what life is all about.
Well, when you're saying fun, I keep hearing in my head attitude, because one of the things that is profound to me as a therapist working for 20 years with all different people from all walks of life is, I hate to say this out loud, but we all have pretty much the same problems and we all live in the same world. And so when you sit in my world where I'm sitting on the same couch every day, I'm sitting across from a 45-year-old person going through a divorce with 2 kids. The next day, a 45-year-old person going through a divorce with 2 kids, and they have completely different attitudes and outlooks. And if your attitude is life sucks and then you die, that's kind of what you get.
Right.
And if your attitude is, well, this is a great opportunity for positive things coming, and yes, I'm in a difficult time in my life, but I'm just looking forward to my future, and I think this is going to be better for my children overall. Like, if your attitude is positive and focused on fun and playful, you're going to have a totally different concept. Like, for example, 2 people have the same incident. You wake up in the morning and you have a flat tire. One person is going to go, well, of course I have a flat tire. I always have a flat tire.
Yeah,
that's my life. My life sucks and then you die. Like,
right.
Everything bad always happens to me. Like, of course it's my flat tire. The same thing happens to someone else and they say, you know what? I must not have been on the road today. I must not have been meant to be on the road today. Maybe there was going to be a very bad accident and this just protected me from it. So now I'm 30 minutes later. So I'm grateful for whatever stopped me from being in that difficult situation, and everybody gets flat tires.
You know what? And in this day and age, we have cell phones to call people to come fix a flat tire. When I was in college and got a flat tire on the way back from Gainesville, do you know who fixed it?
Yeah.
Suzanne did.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. I just sat on the road and
and I did not have fun doing it.
Yeah. It's so true.
Right.
Yeah, that life has become so much easier, and yet we seem so much more depressed and frustrated.
I know.
Yeah.
And so a couple of tools and a couple of things that because I feel like I do have a lot of fun in my life, and I recognize that. I'm also very busy and have a lot going on in my life, but I love to have fun.
Yeah.
I really do. I love to have fun. And so, that's just my outlook everywhere I go. And, I went on to South Africa with a girlfriend this year. And one of the things that I always do on vacation is I love to take videos with whoever I'm on vacation with. Mm-hmm. And, not the whole time, but I love to, like when we're walking into a winery and it's our 3rd winery because we're on a wine tour. And, I like to take a video of us walking into the 3rd winery and talking about how much wine we've already had. But, it's stuff like that not only creates fun with the people that you're with and creates sort of a camaraderie, because we sort of looped in even the people we didn't know into our videos, and they loved it. But it also, it's so great to look back on that stuff, and you have these great memories of your time there and how much fun you did have. And that's the other thing we do at work. It's not, you can't do that at every job and take a lot of pictures, but creating taking pictures or taking videos of your coworkers, or if you have a luncheon that everyone's at, take a picture with everyone, right? Because people love that, and then you have something to show them afterwards. So I'm all about, I might over document. I might have a problem with that, but I think creating some moments and some memories.
But what you're really talking about right now is that in order to do that, Suzanne, you have to be present.
Yeah.
you're in it. And I think that's one of the things that robs us of fun, is that if you're at work thinking, oh my God, 3.5 more hours until I can leave, 2.5 more hours till I can leave, an hour and a half, and then I'm going to go to yoga, and then I'm going to go to when you're not in the moment, you miss all the fun. And so what you're really talking about is that you're really present and mindful. And that's a big movement in this country right now. Being mindful, being in your body. There's a whole, I'm going to mess this up, but there's a whole video series, I believe, that Oprah's doing right now on meditation. And I think it's Deepak Chopra. And I've heard wonderful things about it. I haven't gotten to listen to it yet, but one of the things that someone shared with me is that she was running late to a meeting and she had to take a call, and when she got out to it may have even been Deepak, but when she got out to the individual, or actually it was maybe the Power of Now gentleman, when she got out to him, she said, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. And he said, I wasn't waiting. I was enjoying the birds and your beautiful backyard and the tea, which tastes like mint leaf, and like how
he was having fun. She thought he was waiting.
Right. He was in his body, in the moment, listening to the birds, looking at the beautiful trees, feeling the air, on his face, tasting the mint tea. He was in his skin in the moment, and we struggle to do that. And so we miss all these great moments. And that's what you're describing to me. You were in it. You're in the winery. You're connecting to everybody there. You're talking, you're videoing, you're playing with them. You were in your skin. And I think if we just start there, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, and I think, we get caught up a lot of times with our children and making sure, I know I do, that, making sure they're, doing their homework and doing this, and, make sure your manners and your shoes are by the front door and not, in the middle of my kitchen. And, and my daughter said something to me the other day while I was in that mood where I was like bossing everyone around and why are your shoes right in the middle of my kitchen? And she goes, Mommy, can you put on some music? And I was like, oh. So I put on some music and we all started and they started dancing and it just totally turned the mood around. So, even something simple as just putting on some music in your house. I mean, I've seen, I love the videos where people are always dancing to this, with the whole family there and everyone, the kids are getting into it, and mom and dad are getting into it. And, it changes the whole mood. And so I think music is very powerful. I think being present is very powerful.
I have to do a shout out to my son on this one, because my daughter and I talk often about how much fun Troy brings. Troy has always been that in those moments where Hannah's worried about school and I'm worried about getting dinner and we're all tense. He's just in the moment, laughing and listening to music and dancing and being silly and putting some funny garb on or stepping into some funny, outfit and just making everybody laugh. And so thank you, Troy, for bringing that fun. And it's true. Your daughter reminded you, why does this have to be so serious and hard? And I think sometimes we have this concept it's supposed to be hard, or you're not working hard enough or trying hard enough if it's fun and playful. But it is just about shifting that energy.
It is. It is. I think we forget about that a lot of time. All right. So I think that was a pretty simple episode. We're just going to keep this pretty simple, but just, have more fun in your life, smile more, be more present, and just really recognize those moments when you can bring a little brevity.
Levity.
Yes. Which word is it?
Make it brief.
And don't use big words.
No, and also try to think about what brought you fun as a kid.
Yes.
Trying to get back to that childlike nature, that inner child, is so important, because we usually had fun as kids. At least at some point, if you were allowed to be a kid, you had fun. So try to get back to that. So go
get, whatever toy you had when you were a kid.
Or go get on the swing set. Swing sets still make me have fun.
Yes.
Right? Or
just
go
don't
to the
break
ocean.
Anything.
Yes. Yeah, don't jump off the swings. You're not really an
don't
inner
do
child.
That.
You're not a child anymore.
That's right. All right. Thank you, Shannon. All right. And don't forget to leave your comments and your likes, your shares. That is the biggest compliment for us here at What Your Friends Won't Tell You.
Have
fun.
Have fun.